Hello my beautiful souls, welcome to my channel. My name is Sanja and today we're going to be talking about when is it time to leave a certain relationship, to just cut communication with someone, to just move forward. When is it time? How do you know? Well, first of all, it comes from working on yourself in terms of loving yourself, in terms of setting healthy, high boundaries that you're going to honor and respect, which means you have to respect yourself as well, which means you're going to be in a good state of mind. You're going to be working on your own joy, on your own peace, on your own mental health, by doing all the things that you love, experiencing new things. Making you is a hard word in the beginning, but maybe that's what you maybe should do, is making yourself do things that make you feel good. A lot of you think you're not supposed to feel good because you don't deserve it. So that's the aspect of you that you should heal, work on, embrace. I'll link the video down below, how to hug your cactus or something like that, I named it. So work on your internal, to not be a doormat, to not be naive, to come from a place of love when you look at someone and to understand that someone. Don't just go jumping straight into judging or straight into assumption. I think assumption is one of the worst things you could ever do in terms of bad assumptions. If you're gonna assume something about someone, try from that caring side, from that loving side. If that someone is using me, if that someone is using other people, is hurting other people, is mistreating other people, are not, maybe not even aware of what they're doing, but even if they are, how hurt and bad must they feel inside in order for them to do that? When you do something you love, when you are happy inside and you have peace, you're not going to be hurting other people. So every time I say do something that excites you, that makes you feel happy, that's never going to be hurting other people or something that's going to hurt other people. That's step number one. Just try to work on yourself, love yourself, embrace those maybe dark sides you think that you have, or that unworthiness that you feel. I'm not going to go a lot into that now. You have a lot of the things on my channel that you can look and just specific for that. Also, if you have a set high boundaries now and you're not going to be naive, and the most important thing, you gave it your all, and that's not enough for that relationship. This goes down to family members, friendships, partners. It doesn't matter what type of relationship it is. You gave it your all. You have clear conscience in terms of, you know, you've done everything that you could. You know, if you, let's say, let someone use you again, it's not going to have a different outcome. This is where you need to stop being naive. This is what I have. I'm coming from my own experience, what I've been through, what I had to go through, same experience over and over again with different people in order for this to sink in. And I am making these videos so you don't have to have that many experiences. Maybe you don't even have to have the one, but you can learn. Maybe you need to have the one, but you don't have to go through so many. Maybe in this video will click for you to finally stop letting others using you and let others mistreating you. Stop being naive in terms of, again, not in a bad way, not in judging them, not in judging yourself, not in why did I let this go on for so long. No, no, no. Obviously, when you're ready, you're ready. That has shown you maybe how resilient you are, has shown you how much power you've got, has shown you all these beautiful things about you. Maybe in a quicker way, because maybe you wouldn't have discovered how resilient you are until, I don't know, 20 years has passed. Maybe you learned it now so you can have the rest of your life the best of your life. So when you see that someone is behaving similarly as they did in the past or as a new person, look at what they're showing you. Don't just look for the best in them. This is where I had a lot of suffering. I would look what's the best in them. I could see their best version of themselves. I could see their potential. I could see what they could become. I could see in them so much more, and much more than they could ever see in themselves, and probably will never see in themselves. And I would always go from that point, or I would go from the point of what I would have done if I were them. Don't go there. Don't let that. If you do that, you're probably going to end up suffering again and again and again. And you'll be like, why are they doing this to me? Because you keep letting them. This is going to be straight attack on your ego. And you're going to say, well, I'm not letting them. Of course, I would never do this to myself. Not intentionally. But if you had the same experience with this person, you know what they're capable of. And then again, that happens next time, not necessarily the same day, maybe even in a month or 3. And then it happens again. And then, do you think the 4th, the 10th, the 20th time is going to be any different? When someone, makes a mistake, hopefully someone apologizes, because some people don't even apologize. Apology means changed behavior. It's fine to give someone a second chance, but why give them 3rd, 10th, 1,000th? You've seen the pattern, you've seen the behavior has not changed. I know that there is some part of you maybe that even thinks you deserve it, or you will not find anyone better, or, well, they're my family member, I have to put up with this, or whatever the excuse comes. I'm telling you, if for the rest of your life this person isn't going to change, and most likely they won't, why do you keep letting them mistreat you like that? I've done this with so many friendships, partners in the past, family members, where you think in family members, well, they're my whomever, I should probably, let them slide, and then let them slide this time. And then you see 15, 20 years, 25 years is gone, and they've not even changed. And I'm going, why am I doing this to myself? There's no point. I wish them well. I wish them the best. I'm not going to judge them. I understand where they're coming from. They're not feeling happy, they don't have peace, there's something troubling them, which does not mean that all people who suffer are gonna be bad towards others, but I'm saying these people are not happy. And if I love myself, and if I want to lead by example, that means I have to be also in sync with myself, listen to my soul, go in place from love, but also in this physical world, knowing what to say, that's enough. Knowing when to say no. Learning to say no, maybe in general. Just no. Block, delete, mute, whatever you need to do. Even tell them. I always make sure I tell them everything I wanted to tell them. Like I said, clear conscience is the most important thing when ending these relationships, because you don't want to go back. You don't want to go, oh, I didn't say this, I didn't say that. Maybe write it down on a piece of paper, what you want to say, whatever, so you don't have later on any maybe resentment, or I should have said this, I should have done that. But if you see that's it, make sure you say everything. Let them know, I'm not going to be communicating with you anymore, unless it's, I don't know, maybe urgent, if it's a family member and something happens. But anything that you need to say, Say it, align with the decision. Don't just do it because you think you're supposed to, but just logically think about it. If from a place of love, this person keeps doing this to me, and they're going to keep doing it because they haven't changed so far, so they're not going to change. Even if they say they're going to change, usually people that say they hurt you, they say they're going to change, and maybe they do become different for maybe, I don't know, maybe 3 months, maybe even 6 months. I doubt it's going to be 6 months, but let's say even 6 months. And then they go back to, you know, because you see they actually haven't changed, but they went back to maybe acting, went back to, well, this is convenient, I'll act a little bit, they'll calm down. Do not fall for that. Stop being naive, respect yourself, put down on a piece of paper, in this type of relationship, again, family, friendships, partnerships, what is it that makes it a good relationship? What is a good friend? What is a good soul partner? How do you treat your family members? Become that. And if the other person isn't reciprocating, isn't improving, isn't showing you that they're ever going to change and they're going to stop mistreating you, like I said, make sure, and usually with these people, we know we've done everything and it's not enough. That should be enough for you. But again, when you end it, say whatever you need to say, align with the decision, and that's it. So, every time, just work on yourself. That's the main thing. On loving yourself, on healing. Going to those parts of you that you think they're too dark. You have that little child inside of you that maybe didn't know how to cope with certain things, that was mistreating when they were little. Close your eyes and be who they needed in that moment. If you didn't have a proper mother, go to that child inside you, give it what you needed. Go to maybe even those people that were mistreating you inside of you, and just tell them it's time to move on. Take that little child outside the door and just say, I'll keep you safe. You'll be safe with me. Maybe you weren't safe back then. Now you'll be safe. I will keep an eye on you. I will give you love. I will give you joy. I will treat you with ice cream, whatever that may be. But I will be here giving you all the love, all the hugs and kisses and everything that you deserve. And maybe you didn't get when you were younger, or you didn't get it now. You're not getting it now. There's so many other people that are just waiting to give love, that are waiting, you know, for that person to come to them, to experience life in joy and peace together. And sometimes you have to let these people go, so you'll make space for those other people to come into your life. And maybe they'll come the next day, maybe they'll come in a month, maybe they'll come in a year. It doesn't matter when they come. If you're happy with yourself and you keep that child safe and happy, trust me, with the alignment of that vibration, you'll meet people who are there as well. And then when the time comes, which happened with me, you'll be like, why haven't I just said goodbye to these people a long time ago? But obviously it was my journey. Obviously there's always a reason for something. I truly believe in that. Sometimes we see it much later on in life, why that needed to happen. Maybe I wouldn't hear doing these videos with you if my life went the other way, or, you know, something that I thought I wanted, or maybe I wouldn't discover these things in me if certain things haven't happened. So I know there's always reason for something. And like I said, you, me, myself, and I is all I got. But that should be your number one. Number one, you. Happy, joyous, with confidence, respect for yourself. And then you can share that with others, you can multiply with others, and just be and have a completely different life. Just because you finally said no and you finally said it's over. And again, first align with the decision and then do it. And it's just, sometimes maybe it'll be a period of mourning, maybe for some people. I personally figured out that I've mourned in the while I was in relationship with these people, having communication with them, and then when the ending happened, I was already over it. But know that sometimes when you invest time in others, I think that investment in them, with time, with you seeing their potential and who they could be, or those little snippets of time that they were actually good to you, or anything like that, can be maybe a mourning phase, which is completely fine. Don't say, oh, I feel bad now that happened. Is this good? Is this bad? It's all fine. Emotions are there for a reason. Sometimes you need to grieve over someone, even if they're still alive, even if it's just that communication ending. Like I said, just make sure you say everything, do everything, clear conscience. If you need to grieve, grieve. Not for long. Give yourself, I don't know, a week, a weekend, a month, I don't know, but not grieve from a place of, I'll let this emotion go out. I'll cry, I'll scream in a pillow, do whatever. I'll let it out. I'll rest. Always need to reset with a nap or a sleep. And I'll move on with my life. And maybe in a month, you'll remember it again, and maybe you'll go back to that. But it's going to be taking shorter and shorter time, short amount of time. And then in the end, it'll just be, you know, that's it. So respect yourself, love yourself, listen to yourself, embrace yourself, heal. You have different methods on my channel. You can Google, YouTube, different people if you want to. There's so many good things in this life, in this physical life. Stop focusing on what doesn't work, on people who are not respecting you, not loving you, not showing you appreciation, not showing you respect. Do that. And oh, my screen went blank. I thought it went off, but just 5%. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Love you so much. See you next time. Bye, guys.